It's Friday, June 5th. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames.
CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa and has a familiar name claim the top spot.
Ottawa Central Ambulance Communication Center has received international recognition. Your Morning Ottawa starts right now. Good morning. Come on in and happy Friday. I'm Rosie Edda.
I am Melissa Lamb, and Will is not actually away today. He is on location this morning at CHEO with Bill from 580 CFRA. So they're doing a little breakfast celebration. Of course, we have the massive telethon happening tomorrow. So we're going to get a little preview and all the details on that.
Looking forward to that. He'll be checking in throughout the show. Right now, we're going to get to today's top stories. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. This happened in Stittsville at an apartment building near Abbott Street. Police say the child fell from the 4th floor and is in hospital in critical condition. Police also say this is the 3rd incident involving young children falling from high rises in the last month. In late April, a 4-year-old boy died after falling from an apartment window in Sandy Hill. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness called cryptosporidiosis. Southeast Public Health says it's investigating 114 confirmed cases in the Kingston area as they work to determine the source of the outbreak. Officials say the virus can spread when people eat food or drink water contaminated with the parasite. It can also spread from person to person through contact with infected feces from people or animals. Symptoms can include diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and fatigue. Health officials are reminding people to wash their hands frequently and stay home if they are sick. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames, killed a horse and several chickens in the city's rural South End. Fire crews were called out to 8th Line Road south of Metcalfe yesterday morning, where they found 3 barns up in flames. While managing such a large fire, crews also had to navigate downed hydro wires, collapsing structures, and fuel tanks beside barns. During the 2 hours it took firefighters to get the scene under control, there was also concern of fire spreading given the current dry conditions of the area.
One thing we worry about are the embers that can catch fire when they're wind-driven and move to other places that are dry. This happened at this fire, so many hay piles caught on fire and brush piles. We brought in a brush truck and extinguished those fires, but the conditions in Ottawa right now are dry, so people need to be mindful that those embers could hit a spot that's dry.
No civilians or firefighters were hurt. Crews also managed to prevent the fire from spreading to a nearby home on the property. Police are looking for witnesses after a racial slur was discovered on a mural in downtown Ottawa. Officials were called to Rideau Street near Nelson Street on Tuesday. They found the vandalism on the mural on the side of the Loblaws. The Hate and Bias Crimes Unit is leading the investigation. Lufthansa and Air Canada are trying to ease concerns about fuel shortages ahead of the busy summer travel season. The airline sent an email to customers saying there is no fuel shortage affecting its operations, including across Europe. The airline adds it does not anticipate any significant impact throughout the summer. Lufthansa also released a statement saying most European airlines are confident there will be no jet fuel shortage. New data shows elevators at O train stations have broken down hundreds of times over the past 18 months. Most of them were along LRT Line 1, which saw 435 unplanned elevator outages between September 2024 and February of this year. Blair, Rideau, Lyon, and St. Laurent stations had the highest number of outages. Some of the most common causes were debris and salt, equipment failures, and issues with the doors. A project is underway to install new elevators. CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa, and a familiar name has claimed the top spot. Carling Avenue was voted the worst road in the city for the 21st year in a row. The list is based on nominations from drivers and those who drive along Carling. They say the results are not surprising.
It's terrible. I just live up not far from here, and the traffic doesn't matter what time of day. The roads are in bad shape, and it takes me a long time to get from how close I am to home and to anything in the West End.
I've ruined my tires completely just by all the potholes, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It's consistently getting worse, I think.
Bronson Avenue claimed the number 2 spot, followed by Bank Street and Richmond Road. No Ottawa spots made the list of the top 10 worst roads in the province. Ottawa's Central Ambulance Communication Centre has received international recognition, designating it an accredited Centre of Excellence.
From a caller calling 911 or calling for paramedic assistance, it means that each of our call takers are following the same algorithm to make sure that we're defining the right problem and defining the right priority to send the right response to the person in need.
The designation is awarded to emergency communication centers that achieve the highest level of triage and dispatching, quality assurance, and clinical care. Ottawa's team needed to continuously exceed 97% compliance with call-taking protocols.
Shawarma Fest is set to return in the Byward Market this weekend after last year's inaugural event.
There you go. It is taking place on York Street this Sunday from 11 to 7. Ottawa's top shawarma restaurants will be competing for the title of Best Shawarma in the city. There will also be live DJs and cultural performances.
And as well, an attempt to break the world record for the longest shawarma sandwich in the world. So fingers crossed they can break that record.
I wonder how long that has to be.
Pretty long, I'm imagining.
Oh, I can just smell it
and then
now.
who's going to eat the world's largest shawarma?
Oh, gosh,
Is
I
it going
wonder.
to be, how many people are going to eat it? Like 30, 40,
Depends on
5?
how long it is.
I just hope it has lots of the pickles. That's my favorite.
You love the pickles. Yeah,
I love the
your
pickles and the pickled turnips as well. Those
Yeah?
like pink pickled turnips, they're so good. Delicious.
I'm thinking about that. I think there's going to be a lot of hungry people when you go over there. You probably got to
Absolutely.
go there with your belly empty.
Absolutely.
And then get filled up.
I love it. Well, our forecast this weekend is looking great for Sunday. If you have plans, it's Saturday that's going to be a little bit wet in the forecast. Another hot one on the way, 31 degrees is the high, so we're well above those daytime averages. And of course, not record-breaking, but pretty close, just a few degrees below that. 8:46 is when the sun will set later on this evening. So temperatures right now, it's actually fairly mild outside. We're sitting at 13 degrees to start off your day. It's a little bit cloudy out there this hour. 17 over in Montreal, 13 in Cornwall, Brockville, 12 in Kingston this morning, 11 in Trenton. So in our skies, this is what we will see today. Sunshine, an absolutely beautiful day. Similar to yesterday, it will be sunny and hot into the afternoon. Starting around 4 p.m. this evening, we'll start to see an increase of cloudiness. And then around 9 o'clock, that's when we could start to see a few scattered showers. So scattered showers possible overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. We should get a little bit of a break from the rain tomorrow in the early afternoon, but then late in the day, around 4 p.m., we could start to see some thunderstorms. So keep that in mind if you are heading to the Red Blacks game or do have any outdoor plans. We could see some wet weather and some active weather late in the afternoon tomorrow into through your evening. This will continue until about 8 o'clock Saturday. Then it should taper off a little bit, but still some spotty showers possible as we head into Sunday, especially throughout those morning hours. Everything will completely clear up as we head into Monday, and we do have lots of sunshine next week. So our wind speeds today gusting out of the southwest. Again, slightly windier today than it was yesterday. We'll have some wind speeds up to 30 kilometers an hour into the afternoon, but not overly windy later on today. 31 is the high into your afternoon, so another beautiful day. Again, lots of sunshine. We'll start to see clouds rolling through around 4 p.m. and then chance of scattered showers overnight into tomorrow. 30 degrees is the high for Kemptville, Cornwall, 28 in Brockville, 27 in Kingston, 28 as well over in the valley. They could see some scattered showers earlier this afternoon. Kittigan Zibi sitting at 28 for their daytime high. Still lots of beautiful weather to be enjoyed. Just a little bit cooler in through the weekend. 18 is the low for tonight. Temperatures in those mid-20s both Saturday and Sunday. So even though it's still above average, it would of course feel cooler just because it's been so hot over the last few days. Chance of those scattered thunderstorms starting around 4 p.m. continuing into the evening hours. 26 is the high for Sunday. Could still see some scattered showers, but the sun is back Monday and through Tuesday. And then temperatures next week very hot, climbing into the 30s Tuesday and through Thursday.
Weather is brought to you by Manatic Tree. Complete tree care from start to stump.
Roads and highways are looking good this hour. No major issues or delays to report, and we have no collisions this morning. Now let's check out your TSN must-see moment.
Hello there, Kara Wagland inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Thursday. And forward we head to Paris, where we have a front-runner for Cinderella Story of the Year. It's Maya Halinska. She's ranked outside the top 100 in the world, but not for long. She had to qualify for the main draw at Roland Garros, and this is match point in the semifinal. An amazing shot, an unbelievable reaction. She's the second player in history to reach a Grand Slam final as a qualifier. She is such a long shot that she had to tell her hotel in Paris that she could only pay for her room once the tournament is over, and she actually got a paycheck. Somehow that hotel room is going to get paid for. And coming up today on TSN, we have your men's semifinals from Roland Garros. None of the four remaining men have won a Grand Slam, so right now that field is wide open. That's all for now from SportsCenter. Have a great day.
It's graduation season. We've teamed up with Charm Diamond Centers to give your grad a gift they will cherish forever. Visit ctvottawa.ca and upload a photo of your graduate to enter for a chance to win a $1,000 gift card to Charm Diamond Centers. Find the perfect graduation gifts at charmdiamondcenters.com. Enter today and good luck. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It's going to be another hot day. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. It is 6:12, and we will be right back. Good morning, Ottawa. Good morning and welcome back. Here are the big stories we are following today on Your Morning Ottawa. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness. And if you're making any travel plans this summer, Air Canada says it will not be impacted by fuel shortages. Now, let's check on the forecast. It's going to be another hot one today. Look at that. This morning, we should be up around 19 degrees. We are expecting mainly sunny conditions. And then into the afternoon, yeah, that's right. We're expecting a high of 31. Another really hot day. Doesn't look like it's going to be that humid, but still very hot indeed. Plenty of sunshine for you. And then into the overnight hours, we are looking at the possibility of a few showers. And as we take a look at traffic at 6:16 on your Friday, as you may expect, no major slowdowns at this hour. This is so exciting. We're going to check in right now with Will, who is at the CFRA Thank You, Chio breakfast this morning. Will, how are you? There you are. How's it going out there?
Good morning, Rosie. Everything is so good here at CHIO. We have such a fun show prepared for you. We got Bill Carroll. He is broadcasting live for the CFRA Thank You CHIO breakfast. And then if you pique your attention to here, ooh, who does this belong to? We'll find out shortly. Let me introduce you to the team that's going to be making everything happen today. We want to make sure that we have these phones ringing. Good morning, everybody. These are the wonderful people that are going to be accepting your calls throughout the morning as we highlight all the wonderful things that CHEO does. We're going to be speaking with Zed the Clown. We have a couple of wonderful families that take services here at CHEO. Plus, the CHEO Telethon is going to be tomorrow, so it's going to be a really good day. Let's introduce you to Zed the Clown. Get on over here, my friend.
Hello.
Zed the Therapeutic Clown. Tell me a little bit about what you do here at CHEO, because it is fantastic.
Oh, wow. Okay, I do a lot of things. Some of the things I do is put chickens on the ceiling, and then we take them off the ceiling, we clean them, and we put them back. But in all seriousness, of course, I hang out with the kids to the best of my ability to bring them out of the context of all of this complex care.
You know, the children and the families are going through such difficult times. What even entered you down this path? Because you do such a wonderful job of what you do, but how did you start this journey?
Well, there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle behind clowning in and of itself, and I was very interested in clown and seeing how it could be a part of the community in a different way other than just performative aspects. So I was interested in the purpose of it and the artistry of it and how it could really apply to what it is that goes on with people's lives outside of just entertainment.
Tell me a little bit about some of those stories, because you work with these families and these kids, and when they see you for moments, whatever's going on with their lives, they get a break from that and they get to have some fun with you. How rewarding is that for you to see their faces light up and just take them away from those really tough moments?
Wow, that's a powerful question, because each time, for each encounter with each family, there's something different. And if it's a moment of clarity for them, or a moment where mom or dad can see the child smile or laugh in a moment or an experience over time that they haven't seen that is the reward. The thank you is a reward. The gift is a reward from the children being able to be children in a space in which doesn't really have opportunity to do that.
Powerful question, but powerful answer. And I'm sure everyone at home can appreciate so much about what you do. Tell me about your recent trip, because this is so exciting. And you know what? It makes CHEO feel really special because you learned a lot from this trip.
Oh, I did. Okay, well, CHEO was really supportive. The donors have been so supportive. Thank you so much, to be able to send Zed over to Switzerland. So I took part in what was called the Healthcare International Clown Meeting. So it's a mouthful, but all it was 650 or so different practitioners of clowning, clinicians and doctors that would talk about what therapeutic clowning is in the world of childcare.
I think it's so amazing. I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you do. Bring it in.
Come on, thank you. Come on, you're the best. You're the best.
Because what you do is so amazing, and we really appreciate you this morning. We'll let you get to work. Let's head on over to our good friend, Mr. Bill Carroll, who's coming in this morning. He's going to be broadcasting live all morning from 6 to 10 on the show. Good morning, Bill.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I got your text saying that, hey, Will, I really wanted you to meet me here at 5:55 to make sure everything goes smoothly this morning.
Want to compare, Will? Come on.
Bill and I did do a quick push-up session just to make sure that we were excited this morning.
It was nothing for me. I know it's a lot of work for you.
It was a lot of work.
175 push-ups.
I think that's
get the day started.
That's usually our average that we do this time of year.
Yeah, well, keep it a little lighter today.
So you did this last year, did this year. Tell me a little bit about
last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. Big changes here at CHEO, though. That new wing that they're building, I had imagined this, I don't know, 2-story little extension that they were going to build. It's a massive structure. And then you get totally lost in the parking lot now.
You can, with all the construction going on. We want to get those phones ringing all day long. Talk about, from your listeners and your viewers that we have over the years, how great is it to have the impact of our community with these funds going to such a good cause?
Yeah, we're so lucky to have a hospital of this caliber. Ontario's incredible because you already have one in Toronto, and then we have one here in Eastern Ontario. And that's so rare. Most provinces don't have 2 institutions like that. Most don't have one with the kind of reputation that these hospitals have. So to have CHEO right here in Eastern Ontario, talk to families who, without this institution, would have to travel so much further to get the help they need. I just think it's incredible. So happy when we moved here 10 years ago. We had a daughter who was born with some physical issues, and it was great to have doctors here, neurologists who understood what she was going through, and they just always make it so welcoming. And I don't know how you make a hospital fun, but somehow they manage to do it here, don't they?
In the most difficult of times, having somewhere where you can take a little bit of a break from what they're dealing with and help the families is so amazing. Bill, you got a number for people if they want to get involved this morning.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. Can you just pan around? I'm going to direct the show here. See that back corner there? Those are people here. They got up early this morning. They're waiting to take your phone calls, and yet I don't see anyone on the phones.
We got to get them ringing.
It's early. Yeah, we got to get these phones ringing. It's 613-730-CHEO, 730-2433. 836. You can donate online as well, telethon.chiofoundation.com. But that's not as much fun as making these people work. So
No, it is not. We're going to be checking in with Bill throughout the show. Have a great show, my friend. I'll just be right there in case you need me, okay?
thanks
Right
for
over there.
coming. Drop and do another 100.
You got it, 100. Okay, so that means I need a quick break, Rosie. Let's keep those phones going. The lineup is on screen right now. Rosie, back to you for now. We'll be back throughout the show.
Looking forward to it, Will. Thanks so much. Still ahead on the show as we get ready for this weekend's CHEO Telethon. We want to hear your CHEO story. Tell us how the hospital has made a difference for you and your family. And don't forget, you can donate right now. You can go to CHEOtelethon.com or 613-730-CHEO. Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. It's going to be another hot day. Melissa telling us we're expecting high up into the 30-degree mark. It's 6:22. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa. Welcome back to Your Morning Ottawa. Today on our show, we are asking for your comments on CHEO. As we get ready for this weekend's CHEO Telethon, we want to hear your CHEO story. So tell us how the hospital has made a difference for you and your family. Email us at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. And Melissa, I believe that there are probably hundreds of thousands of CHEO stories out there right now, and I know you have one yourself.
And ours with our son started when I was actually pregnant with him. In my 20-week anatomy scan, they discovered that our son Luca had a dilated kidney. At this stage, because he was in utero, they didn't really know what was causing it. So at 28 weeks, I became a CHEO patient for Luca, for our son, and they followed the rest of my pregnancy. The day I had Luca, we had him at the general hospital, and CHEO came to us to take care of Luca, look at Luca, and make sure there was nothing causing him to have reflux or a blockage of any sort. And when they were able to rule that out, they said, we'll see you back in a couple of months. So Luca's been an ongoing CHEO patient with the nephrology department ever since. And right now he's outgrown the dilated kidney. So now that he's a little bit bigger, everything is great, normal. But we're still monitored every 18 months just to make sure that it stays that way. And I must say, Luca loves going there. Like every time I'm like, we have to go to CHEO, he actually gets kind of excited because the doctors and nurses are just so warm and kind and caring, and he loves going there because he feels so supported. And then the little cart of activities comes around. So it's a happy place for our family, thankfully.
It gives me that warm feeling, even though we're talking about sick children. But the staff there is stellar.
Incredible.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that story. We're going to be hearing from you later in the show. We're asking you to share your CHEO story. Send us your comments at yourmorningottawa@ctv.ca. We'll be right back. Good morning. It is 6:30. Come on in. We're so glad you could start your day with us. I'm Rosie Edda.
And I'm Melissa Lamb.
And Will, I know you don't see him here, but he's on a special assignment. He's going to be at CHEO all the show today, talking with the clown, talking with Bill Carroll, who's there, and talking with staff and some individuals there, because we've got the CHEO Telethon happening tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So really looking forward to that, and we'll be checking in with Will throughout the morning. Right now, we're going to get to today's top stories. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. This happened in Stittsville at an apartment building near Abbott Street. Police say the child fell from the 4th floor and is in hospital in critical condition. Police also say this is the 3rd incident involving young children falling from high-rises in the last month. In late April, a 4-year-old boy died after falling from an apartment window in Sandy Hill. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness called cryptosporidiosis. Southeast Public Health says it's investigating 114 confirmed cases in the Kingston area as they work to determine the source of the outbreak. Officials say the virus can spread when people eat food or drink water contaminated with the parasite. It can also spread from person to person through contact with infected feces from people or animals. Symptoms can include diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and fatigue. Health officials are reminding people to wash their hands frequently and stay home if they are sick. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames, killed a horse and several chickens in the city's rural south end. Fire crews were called out to 8th Line Road south of Metcalfe yesterday morning, where they found 3 barns up in flames. While managing such a large fire, crews also had to navigate downed live hydro wires, collapsing structures and fuel tanks beside the barns. During the 2 hours it took firefighters to get the scene under control, there was also concern of the fire spreading, given the current dry conditions of the area.
One thing we worry about are the embers that can catch fire when they're wind-driven and move to other places that are dry. This happened at this fire, so many hay piles caught on fire and brush piles. We brought in a brush truck and extinguished those fires, but the conditions in Ottawa right now are dry, so people need to be mindful that those embers could hit a spot that's dry.
No civilians or firefighters were hurt. Crews also managed to prevent the fire from spreading to a home nearby on the property. Police are looking for witnesses after a racial slur was discovered on a mural in the downtown core. Officers were called to Rideau Street near Nelson Street on Tuesday. They found vandalism on a mural on the side of the Loblaws. The Hate and Bias Crime Unit is leading the investigation. Lufthansa and Air Canada are trying to ease concerns about fuel shortages ahead of the busy summer travel season. The airline sent an email to customers saying there is no fuel shortage affecting its operations, including across Europe. The airline adds it does not anticipate any significant impact throughout the summer. Lufthansa also released a statement saying most European airlines are confident there will be no jet fuel shortage. New data shows elevators at O train stations have broken down hundreds of times over the past 18 months. Most of them were along LRT Line 1, which saw 435 unplanned elevator outages between September 2024 and February of this year. Blair, Rideau, Lyon, and St. Laurent stations had the highest number of outages. Some of the most common causes were debris and salt, equipment failures, and issues with the doors. A project is underway to install 2 new elevators. CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa, and a familiar name has claimed the top spot. Carling Avenue was voted the worst road in the city for the 21st year in a row. The list is based on nominations from drivers, and those who drive along Carling say the results are not surprising.
It's terrible. I just live up not far from here, and the traffic doesn't matter what time of day. The roads are in bad shape, and it takes me a long time to get from how close I am to home and to anything in the West End.
I've ruined my tires completely just by all the potholes, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It's consistently getting worse, I think.
Bronson Avenue claimed the number 2 spot, followed by Bank Street and Richmond Road. No Ottawa spots made the list of the top 10 worst roads in the province. Ottawa Central Ambulance Communication Centre has received international recognition, designating it an accredited centre of excellence.
From a caller calling 911 or calling for paramedic assistance, it means that each of our call takers are following the same algorithm to make sure that we're defining the right problem and defining the right priority to send the right response to the person in need.
The designation is awarded to emergency communications centers that achieve the highest level of triage and dispatching, quality assurance, and clinical care. Ottawa's team needed to continuously exceed 97% compliance with call-taking protocols.
And I think we have to thank Rosie for giving us the tea on this, but we do have some exciting news for tennis fans.
Victoria Mboko is teaming up with Serena Williams. The 19-year-old from Burlington, Ontario, made the announcement on Instagram yesterday, saying she's honored to share the court with one of the greatest of all-time athletes.
Whew, she'll be partnering with Williams at the Queen's Club tournament, which begins this weekend. And earlier this week, Williams announced that she was coming out of retirement and accepted an invitation to play doubles at the grass court event. What a duo.
Oh,
incredible.
My goodness. Yeah. Spilled
Imagine
that tea a few days ago, and I was like, I heard it.
You were like, I'm hearing this in the rumor mill.
Yeah, and can you imagine 19 years old? You're an up-and-coming, I mean, she's a pretty big tennis superstar here in Canada, but still 19 years old, and she gets to play with the GOAT.
Imagine just even hearing that probably when her team came to her and be like, there's a chance you may play with Serena Williams. You'd be like, am I dreaming? Is this actually happening to me?
This would be me if that were if I was 19-year-old Victoria. The ball would come and I'd still be looking over at Serena Williams.
And would you be like, you get it? Like, do you want to jump in on her side or be like, you just get it all?
I guess they're going to practice a little bit together.
Hopefully.
Exciting
I can't wait to watch that. That's going to be incredible. Our forecast this weekend is a little bit so-so. We are definitely going to see some scattered showers in the forecast for us today. So we do have some rain on the way later on into the weekend. Partly cloudy conditions this morning, sunny and hot this afternoon. And then, yes, it's a little bit cooler this weekend, still above seasonal. It's just been so hot lately that when we head back to normal, it's going to feel slightly chillier. 13 degrees here in the city, 14 in the Valley, 12 in Kingston, 14 in Brockville, 17 at Montreal this morning. So we are expecting clear skies this morning. It will be nice and sunny throughout most of your day today. A few clouds starting to roll through around 4 p.m. and then tonight, that's when we're expecting some rain. So chance of scattered showers late this evening into your overnight. That will kind of continue tomorrow, off and on, some spotty showers. But then late in your Saturday, between 4 p.m. and about 8 p.m., there is a risk that we could see some thunderstorms. So keep that in mind. If you have any outdoor plans this weekend, we could see active weather on the way as we head into tomorrow late in the day, and strong thunderstorms as well. So do keep that in mind and make sure you have a rain plan for tomorrow afternoon activities. Overnight, it will start to clear up a little bit, but still some spotty showers possible on Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, the sunshine is back. Wind speeds today slightly windier this afternoon. Southwest wind still gusting around 30 kilometers an hour. So not overly windy, just slightly windier than it was yesterday. 31 degrees is the high, so another day climbing into those 30s. 30 in Kemptville, 27 for Kingston, 28 in Brockville, as well as out in the Valley today. 28 in both Pembroke, Petawawa. 30 is your high in Gatineau. So over the next 7 days, it's really going to be above seasonal and extra hot into next week. 18 is the low for tonight. Temperatures cooler this weekend, but still above the daytime norms where we should be sitting this time of the year. 25 degrees for Saturday. Again, chance of those strong thunderstorms late in the afternoon, early evening for Saturday, but it will clear out by about 9 o'clock at night. Into Sunday, some spotty showers, but then still warm with a high of 26. The sunshine back Monday, Tuesday, and then temperatures climbing back into the 30s Tuesday and through Thursday.
Weather brought to you by Manotick Place Retirement Community, a community you can call home.
No major delays right now on your Friday. Traffic is looking good. We have no major issues east to west. There are just a couple of northbound delays right now in Island Park Drive as you approach the Champlain Bridge, but other than that, traffic looks great.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers, 1-800-JUSTICE.
Coming up, we are heading back to the CFRA Thank You Chio Breakfast, where Will be speaking to some very special guests. There he is. You know you got the energy when you got Will on scene there. Loving it. And there's Bill Carroll from CFRA. And really thanking everybody at CHIO. We got the CHIO Telethon tomorrow, starting at 4 p.m. Stay with us, at 6 p.m. rather. Stay with us. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Here's a look at our sky cam. It is 6:41. It's going to be another hot day. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
kicking it off today with the Ottawa Redblacks home opener. You can head to TD Place tomorrow night as your Redblacks open the 2026 season against the Edmonton Elks. Fans can expect an electric atmosphere. As always so much fun to cheer on your Redblacks. Next up today is the CHEO Telethon. It's happening tomorrow afternoon here on CTV Ottawa. The annual telethon highlights the many ways that CHEO supports children, youth, and families throughout our community while raising funds for care and programs. Last on the list today is the beekeeping experience at Gibbs Honey in Van Cleef Hill. Running through the weekend, you can get a behind-the-scenes look at working with bees. You can learn from expert beekeepers, and you can get close up to the hives. I'm excited for this one. As usual, lots more happening this weekend around the capital. The full list and all the details at ctvottawa.ca/weekenders. For the iHeartRadio Weekenders, my name's Tanea Taylor. Have a great one.
iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford store, and Eastern Ontario's Ford EV leader.
Welcome back. Here are the big stories happening today on Your Morning Ottawa. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness. And if you are making any travel plans this summer, Air Canada says it won't be impacted by fuel shortages. Now let's check out the forecast with Melissa.
A beautiful day ahead, a high of 31 this afternoon for your Friday. Lots of sunshine on the way. 18 is the low for tonight. We could start to see some scattered showers this evening and into your weekend forecast. Risk of thunderstorms late tomorrow afternoon. A high of 25 for Saturday, 26 on Sunday with some scattered showers. On your drive in, still no issues to report. Traffic is looking pretty decent east to west. And the good news is we are collision free on your Friday.
As many Canadians continue to shun travel to the U.S. this summer, some are choosing European destinations instead. But as CTV's Pat Foran tells us, if you are flying overseas, you should expect delays and possibly long lines at airports.
Europe is a favorite destination for travel, and this summer will be even busier than usual. Bookings to Italy, Ireland, Greece, Switzerland, and Spain are all up substantially over last year. A video of the Lisbon airport in Portugal a week ago went viral when it showed lineups that were hours long.
It is quite honestly astonishing and testimony to just what a disaster these new EES rules are.
Canadians shouldn't be worried. They should be prepared.
Flight Centre is trying to warn Canadians that because of the new entry-exit system in Europe, they may face delays.
They will now have their fingerprints and photos taken digitally, and it essentially will replace the old passport stamp that we're used to on our passports.
Travel experts say if you're flying in or out of European destinations, you'll need to budget hours of extra time at airports.
It's always crazy during this time of year, but then you add in that new entry-exit system and gathering all of those new biometrics, and it is just taking people a lot longer.
And it's not just flying, it's any mode of transportation in or out of Europe.
It's affecting all border crossings in any form, whether it's by cruise ship or by land or by airports.
Recommendations if you're traveling to Europe: arrive much earlier, especially for intra-Europe flights. Keep passports and travel documents easily accessible. Monitor airline apps for updates. Consider flexible fares where possible, and register with Canada's Registration of Canadians Abroad service. While the new system is expected to make travel faster in the future, for now there will be growing pains as the system rolls out.
I would be making sure that I build in some extra time at any of those European airports.
Experts say don't let the Lisbon airport video worry you too much, as it's known to have some of the longest lineups of any European airports, and others should be much better. Pat Foran, CTV News.
It is time now for your morning fix. So while the Stanley Cup final is still going on, maybe underwater hockey is a little more appropriate for this time of the year.
It's just one of the most intense, physically demanding sports you can get. Mainly because not only do you train like an Olympic athlete, but you hold your breath while you're doing it.
Wild. Well, this is one place where underwater hockey is most popular. It's the UAE. They're hoping to have a great showing at this year's World Championships being held in Indonesia this summer. The sport was first developed in the 1950s in the UK and seems to be surging in popularity elsewhere now.
I do remember us talking about underwater chess.
Right?
Underwater chess. Now we've got underwater hockey. Wow.
Yeah.
But it's been around. It's been around for a little bit.
Since the 50s. I mean, you know, it's nice going into an icy cold rink in the summer months, but maybe you can go to an icy cold pool instead. Makes sense.
And hold your breath.
I would not do well. Like, I am not a great swimmer in terms of holding my breath.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd be out on that. I prefer skates, but, you know, some people prefer swimming.
Yeah, you are a skater, so.
So, you never know. Well, the FIFA World Cup trophy remains on tour around Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. ahead of the tournament opening next weekend.
Even now, I got goosebumps because it brings back memories, and you know, it's not easy to win that trophy. It's every 4 years, so you don't have as a player so many chances to be able to win it and lift it.
It was just brought to a place with many works of art, the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. Accompanying it was German legend Bastian Schweinsteiger, who won it in 2014. The final will be hosted in nearby New Jersey on July 19th.
The trophy!
It's fast approaching. I mean, we've been talking about this for, I feel like years, and now it's, you know, finally here next week, a week away. Incredible. And a French winery has restored a collection of late 19th century wines discovered in Czechia.
It was really authentic Chateau d'Yquem 1892 and 96. We proceeded to the recorking process, which means we replaced the old cork with a new one. And we also put a new capsule on the cork to protect it. But we respected the whole shape of the bottle, even the dusty aspect.
Wow. For years, they were hidden in a chapel floor of a castle. The 133 bottles, most dating between 1892 and 1899, were hidden there around the end of the Second World War. The place it was stored was a good one, and the wine's quality has proven, even after being tested in 2016, it's now going on display at the castle. I couldn't imagine the cost to get your hands on one of those, but I wonder, like, I'm surprised it's just withheld all these years later. That's incredible.
What
sometimes
a find.
Wine is good age, but then sometimes it's too old and then it gets stale or it gets bitter.
But when it's in a cool, dark place, and I think in a castle, in the cellar,
Like
it's
the
probably pretty
climate.
perfect.
Incredible.
Here's a live look from our Skycam on George Street. It's going to be a hot one, Melissa. We're talking, what, 30, 31?
31.
It's going to be a hot one today on your Friday, 6:52. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back.
Today on Your Morning Ottawa, we've asked you for your comments on CHEO as we get ready for this weekend's CHEO Telethon. We wanted to hear your CHEO stories, and here's what you had to say.
When my oldest was 4, she was diagnosed with moderate to profound sensory neurological hearing loss. The staff in the audiology department are amazing. Walked us through all the steps in getting Lacey her first hearing aid. Sherry, thank you for sharing this story.
So special. My CHEO story from Catherine. She says, my CHEO story started when I was pregnant with my daughter. She's 4 now and has been followed by the CHEO orthopedics team since birth. We're so grateful for CHEO and everything they've done for our family.
And Amanda says, my daughter is thankful for CHEO as she has been followed by them for the last 7 years. Just this past March, she had surgery for Chiari malformation. And just 2 weeks ago, she had spinal fusion surgery to correct her scoliosis. Amanda, wow, and I know that they were taken care of in the hospital. Thank you again, everyone, for sharing these really important stories. And Melissa, you're going to be Working the CHEO telethon this weekend.
It's tomorrow from 4 to 7, so we hope you tune in. And of course, we're going to be speaking to so many families and so many children who use the services at CHEO. So it's always such a very impactful day and an emotional day because you hear just so many different stories from people in our community, and it's just such a great part. I love being part of it each and every year.
Especially you have your own
My
CHEO
own
story.
kids, my own, yeah, exactly.
Incredible stuff. All right, we're going to keep that conversation going. So tell us your CHEO story, Ottawa, Your Morning Ottawa at ctv.ca. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It's going to be a hot one today, getting up to 31 this afternoon. 6:58. We'll be right back. It's Friday, June 5th. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames.
CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa, and a familiar name has claimed the top spot.
Ottawa Central Ambulance Communication Center has received international recognition. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Good morning. Happy Friday. Come on in. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Melissa Lamb, and Will is not away today. He is live on location at CHEO for the CFRA Thank You CHEO breakfast. And of course, we're going to get a little preview of everything happening there today. This is a thank you to CHEO before a big telethon happening tomorrow.
We're going to be checking in with Will in just a short while, but first off, we're going to get to today's top stories. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. This happened in Stittsville at an apartment building near Abbott Street. Police say the child fell from the 4th floor and is in hospital in critical condition. Police also say this is the 3rd incident involving young children falling from high rises in the last month. In late April, a 4-year-old boy died after falling from an apartment window in Sandy Hill. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness called cryptosporidiosis. Southeast Public Health says it's investigating 114 confirmed cases in the Kingston area as they work to determine the source of the outbreak. Officials say the virus can spread when people eat food or drink water contaminated with the parasite. It can also spread from person to person through contact with infected feces from people or animals. Symptoms can include diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and fatigue. Health officials are reminding people to wash their hands frequently and stay home if they are sick. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames, killed a horse and several chickens in the city's rural south end. Fire crews were called out to 8th Line Road south of Metcalfe yesterday morning, where they found 3 barns up in flames. While managing such a large fire, crews also had to navigate downed live hydro wires, collapsing structures and fuel tanks beside the barns. During the 2 hours it took firefighters to get the scene under control, there was also concern of the fire spreading, given the current dry conditions of the area.
One thing we worry about are the embers that can catch fire when they're wind-driven and move to other places that are dry. This happened at this fire, so many hay piles caught on fire and brush piles. We brought in a brush truck and extinguished those fires, but the conditions in Ottawa right now are dry, so people need to be mindful that those embers could hit a spot that's dry.
No civilians or firefighters were hurt. Crews also managed to prevent the fire from spreading to a home nearby on the property. Police are looking for witnesses after a racial slur was discovered on a mural in the downtown core. Officers were called to Rideau Street near Nelson Street on Tuesday. They found vandalism on a mural on the side of the Loblaws. The Hate and Bias Crime Unit is leading the investigation. New data shows elevators at O train stations have broken down hundreds of times over the past 18 months. Most of them were along LRT Line 1, which saw 435 unplanned elevator outages between September 2024 and February of this year. Blair, Rideau, Lyon, and Saint Laurent stations had the highest number of outages. Some of the most common causes were debris and salt, equipment failures, and issues with the doors. A project is underway to install 2 new elevators. CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa, and a familiar name has claimed the top spot. Carling Avenue was voted the worst road in the city for the 21st year in a row. The list is based on nominations from drivers, and those who drive along Carling say the results are not surprising.
It's terrible. I just live up not far from here, and the traffic doesn't matter what time of day. The roads are in bad shape, and it takes me a long time to get from how close I am to home and to anything in the West End.
I've ruined my tires completely just by all the potholes, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It's consistently getting worse, I think.
Bronson Avenue claimed the number 2 spot, followed by Bank Street and Richmond Road. No Ottawa spots made the list of the top 10 worst roads in the province. Ottawa's Central Ambulance Communications Centre has received international recognition, designating it an accredited centre of excellence.
From a caller calling 911 or calling for paramedic assistance, it means that each of our call takers are following the same algorithm to make sure that we're defining the right problem and defining the right party to send the right response to the person in need.
The designation is awarded to emergency communication centers that achieve the highest level of triage and dispatching, quality assurance, and clinical care. Ottawa's team needed to continuously exceed 97% compliance with call-taking protocols.
Doors Open Ottawa is taking place Saturday and Sunday.
I love this event. Residents and visitors will have a chance to explore dozens of buildings, including the Parliament Hill Centre Block Rehabilitation Project.
You can also go inside the Supreme Court of Canada, the Ottawa Jail Hostel, City Hall, and several embassies. The best part, it's completely free.
Woohoo!
I love when there's a good free activity and something for us to do. It's such a fascinating event to get to see, behind the walls.
Now, some of the open door sites, you got to sign up.
Right.
And it fills up really fast.
Okay.
Others, you can just walk in,
Great
but you
tip.
kind of have to check that out. Yeah.
Awesome. We do have your weather picture of the day for today, and this was sent to us. It is from Graham. It's a white egg ridge in Riverside South.
Wow.
Weather picture brought to you by Box Me Up. Moving, staging, renovating, just box me up.
Of course, we love seeing your weather pictures as well. You could be featured right here on the show, weathershots@ctv.ca. Again, that email address is weathershots@ctv.ca. In our forecast for today, temperatures will be above seasonal by almost 10 degrees. 31 degrees is the high for this afternoon. Normals around 22.6. The sun setting tonight at 8:46 p.m. We won't break records today, but very close, just a few degrees below that. 16 now here in the city, so we have warmed up 1 degree, a couple degrees here this morning. It has warmed up in the valley, also sitting at 16, same within Cornwall. So temperatures in those mid to high teens to start off your morning. We are seeing some sunshine already this hour. We will get to see more of that throughout the day ahead. Nice clear skies, lots of sunshine into the afternoon. Tonight we could start to see some spotty showers continuing into tomorrow. Now there is a risk of strong thunderstorms tomorrow from 4 till 8 p.m. So if you have any outdoor plans for the weekend, tomorrow could look a little bit wet. We could also see that active weather late in the day, so keep that in mind. Still some spotty showers in through Sunday. Today, beautiful, hot and sunny. 31 is the high. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water and, of course, keeping on that sunscreen and getting breaks from the sunshine, as it will be hot and sticky today. 30 degrees in Cornwall, Kemptville, 28 in Brockville, as well as out in the valley for this afternoon. 30 in Gatineau, 29 in Montreal. So here's a look at the next 7 days, and absolutely beautiful. Slightly cooler into the weekend. We are expecting some spotty showers, risk of thunderstorms tomorrow, but then the sunshine is back Monday and Tuesday and through Thursday, highs into the 30s.
7-day weather forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business.
We have a collision on Hawthorne Road right around the intersection of Stephen Ainge Drive. There are no delays on the highways right now, just some delays on Hunt Club Road, particularly around the intersection with Greenbank and on the Michael Shelflin Bridge. The Shortay Bridge has some minor northbound delays heading towards Gatineau, but that's all. Rosie.
Thanks, Melissa. With the World Cup getting underway, you may see an increase in unlicensed jerseys and other gear for sale at shops at stands across the country. But how do you know if what you're buying is real or fake? David Lipkus is a founding partner with Lipkus Law Firm, and he is here to tell us more. Good morning to you, David.
Good morning, Rosie. Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, David.
Yes.
Why is it around this time when you've got like a really super popular international event, selling merch all around, you get these pop-up of these unlicensed materials?
Yeah, some say unlicensed, some say counterfeit. The reality is there is so much excitement from fans building up, and so they want to get access to the jerseys. And so they'll go online, they may make a mistake, for example, of buying something that's the wrong thing. And so you really have to be diligent in your shopping to make sure that you buy legitimate goods.
Okay, so what kinds of goods are we talking about here that we're seeing as illegitimate, unlicensed?
That's such a great question. Anything and everything can be counterfeited. There are examples in Canada of counterfeit shampoo that have burned people's scalps.
Oh, come on.
Counterfeit lip gloss that glues people's lips shut.
No.
Counterfeit sports jerseys with toxic chemicals on it. The reality is this problem is huge, and it's so important to be diligent.
David, like these jerseys here, so we know that this is legit?
So, Rosie, I'm going to put you on the spot. We've got 3 jerseys here. I want you to take a look at them and tell me what you think.
I mean, come on. They look so authentic. It's really hard to tell, and I'm gonna spot the fake. Is that, you want me to point out the fake?
You tell me, Rosie.
Okay. Oh, I see it. This one's a fake.
You are absolutely correct.
Oh my gosh, you know what I saw? Like this is a little bit lighter, brighter red than these two.
So these two are fake, and this one is real.
No way, this is the real one. Oh, and I'm noticing it's ribbed here. Oh my goodness, that is, it's uncanny though, because it's barely noticeable.
Correct. So
okay.
I'm in town because the U.S. Embassy is hosting some government roundtables yesterday and today, and we're trying to draw attention to the fact that this is not only a global issue, but also these counterfeit goods make their way cross-border between our countries.
Yes.
And the reality is Canada needs to do more to stop these goods from being available in the marketplace. So the Canadian Anti-Counterfeiting Network has brought a bunch of samples together to show us. And it's important for everyone to be diligent to make sure that you don't, by way of example, don't use a counterfeit charger.
There you go, David. So do I need to spot the fake here?
So I'm going to make this table a little bit easier for you, okay?
All right.
Everything is fake.
No.
Yeah, and so
it looks so real.
That's right. And
it looks authentic.
There's for people that are watching, there's 3 Ps.
Okay.
You want to look at the place, you want to look at the price, and you want to look at the packaging.
Okay.
And so the real tips for consumers are that shop smartly when you're online.
Okay.
So when you go to, if it's online or if it's offline, you have to make sure that you trust that vendor, right? There's only authorized ones that are allowed to sell. Second of all, if the deal's too good to be true, probably not true.
Probably not true. That's another thing. The price might tell the tale for you there. Okay.
And then take a look at the actual goods, right? Look for quality issues. You can feel that and know you're an athlete. You wouldn't want to put that on your body,
Yeah,
would
you can tell. That's a lot. That's very thin. It's, no. Yeah, I can tell that that's thinner. Like you said, if this shows up at some nondescript shop, right, or online, and it's not part of the sanctioned Blue Jays website, it could be fake.
And
right?
I think another really good lesson is that if it's at a bargain basement price, that's not a discount, that's a red flag.
Okay. Okay,
right?
That's how we know. So this is fake as well?
This is fake as well.
Man, David, thank you so much for showing this and for bringing it to our awareness, right? Look at the price and you'll know. That'll be the indicator. That's a really good indicator.
My son has a really good quote. He's 13 years old. He says, everyone put on their big brain.
Put on your big brain. David, thank you so much for coming by. Really
thank you very much for having us.
Thank you so much. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. Coming up, the Housing Award nominations are open. We tell you why organizations should consider entering. Our guests are standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. They'll be up in just a short while. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's going to be a hot day. We're expecting a high of 31. It is 7:14. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa.
this fall, but there is a way that you can start entering your businesses right now. Joining us this morning with all the information, we have Linda Oliveri. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, we're back and we're talking about this. First of all, let's talk about the Housing Design Awards.
All right. Well, the very first annual Housing Design Awards took place 43 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. At the time, it was a way for, local home builders to submit what they felt was award-worthy projects and try to get some public and media exposure. But over the last 43 years, the awards program has really evolved, and it's actually become one of the largest in Canada.
Wow.
It is open to builders, renovators, designers, architects, you name it, to submit all sorts of projects in various categories, ranging from renovations, kitchens and baths, custom homes, production homes, all the way to mid and high-rise towers.
I got to attend last year. It was amazing, and there were so many categories. It was a nice, long, fun night.
Yes.
Talk about why businesses should start entering, their designs into these home builder awards.
Absolutely. So the program provides an opportunity to gain recognition as an award-winning business, showcasing, excellence, innovation, and craftsmanship. And really, it's about enhancing credibility to help differentiate their company in a highly competitive market.
Okay.
Also, the awards provide valuable media exposure and highlighting projects and teams that are demonstrating leadership in design and construction, ultimately contributing to the advancement of housing excellence here in our community.
And who can enter these awards? Oh, we're seeing some Blue Jays fans, because the Blue Jays World Series, I think, was happening
last year
during
That's
the awards.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who can enter these awards?
So the awards are open to businesses who specialize in residential design and construction.
Okay.
So in order to enter, these businesses must be members of the Greater Ottawa Home Builders Association. For those looking to enter for the first time, they can find more information on our two websites, which are gohba.ca and housing.gohbaawards.ca.
And let's talk about numbers a little bit, because it was huge last year. So many that attended the gala, and then so many different categories. Can you give me some numbers as well?
Absolutely. So you're right. The awards program continues to grow year over year. In 2025, we had nearly 350 entries from over 100 different companies, and we actually expect to beat that record again this year. When it comes to the actual awards gala itself, it is taking place on Saturday, November 7th at the Rogers Centre, and we expect to have about 1,000 guests in attendance.
Wow.
Yes.
It's big and it's a lot of fun, and some very, very familiar faces who will be hosting this year's awards as well.
That's right. We're going to have Will Aiello and Jackie Perez as our MCs.
Both from CTV. Very exciting times. I know we had a blast last year.
Yeah.
Talk about some of I guess, the top prizes that go home that night, because there's so many different categories.
There are. So we have everything ranging from production homes, custom homes, kitchens, renovations, special features like a spectacular room or landscaping. And then the very special prizes of the night are, we have a custom builder of the year, production builder of the year, renovator, and designer of the year. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
So it's not till November, the awards, but companies can start getting their nominations in right now?
That's right. So the deadline is in 6 weeks. It is Friday, July 24th. So now is the time to enter.
Now is the time to enter. Well,
That's
thank you
right.
so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And again, enter your businesses in the GOBA Awards. We call them GOBA Awards. They're
That's
happening
right.
November 6th, you said?
Saturday, November 7th.
Saturday, November 7th. So keep an eye out for that as well. Thanks again for joining us here today.
you.
Rosie.
Thank you, Melissa. Coming up on Your Morning Ottawa, we are checking out this week's new movies with Matt Demers, Mr. Hollywood, including a new He-Man film. Matt Demers, he's standing by in the Your Morning Ottawa Lazy Boy Lounge. There he is. We'll get him on the show in just a few minutes. Will is at the CFRA Thank You Chio breakfast, and we're going to be checking in with Will just shortly. We got the 43rd annual Chio Telethon campaign, which is underway, and the telethon happening tomorrow, 4 to 7 p.m. And there is Bill Carroll as well from 580 CFRA. It is 7:22. It's going to be another very warm day. We're expecting a high of 31 degrees. Guardian Capital has been supporting CHIO for over a decade, including as regular participants in golf tournaments and other events. They also recently made a generous gift to the Kids These Days campaign. This is their second year sponsoring the CHIO Telethon, and we are so glad to be joined by Russell Brave, Associate Investment Counselor. They are proud to support the CHIO Telethon this year as a matching donor. Welcome to you, Russell. I want to ask you why Guardian Partners finds it very, very important to be a part of this telethon, to be such an important part of the donation scheme.
CHIO does exceptional work, and they've been a partner with us at Guardian for a long time. So if there's anything that we can do to help out, we're happy to do so, and we're really excited about this.
We're really glad that you can do this when you think about the families and how you're helping this community as well in CHIO.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that.
Of course.
Great donation. Really appreciate it.
This miracle match is sponsored by Guardian Capital.
We have to thank Guardian Capital for that generous donation. It is now time for the 2-minute miracle match. Jeff Hopper from Move 100.
Let's raise some money, Sophie. I always called you my partner. Rosie, let's raise some money. Let's do it. Let's double your money. That's what happens with a miracle match.
Okay, we got to get the clock going here, and that's what we're doing. It's so important when you make that donation. This day and age, we know it's tough out there for folks. They're being squeezed everywhere they turn. But right now is a chance you can double your donation.
And we're hoping that you save CHIO as one of those donations you make in a year. If you were to donate, let's say, just $50, that would become $100. And then you could brag about donating $100 to CHIO. That's how I would do it anyway.
I would do it like that as well. There's something so special about this time, okay? It's that 2-minute countdown. You get to double your dollar. You're like, you know what? I do want to help. I want to donate. Oh, guess what? I only have $10. Doesn't matter. We will take it because that 10 turns into
20. And think about it, if 1,000 people did 20 bucks, we're at 20 grand, right? Come on, let's do this.
That is so good. I like the math.
Well, as fast as I could do it. Okay, the one other thing you might be thinking, like, what's all the money for? So many things, including over 250 researchers on staff. They're breaking medical records all the time.
Yeah, it's very important. They need equipment, state-of-the-art equipment. All the funds go to help CHIO. It is extremely important. We got to hear from Ian.
Only 30 seconds left in this miracle match. Please call now.
Look at Ian, he's right. We're in 30 seconds. We're in the window right now. We've only got 30 seconds to double your money.
Come on, get on the phone, make the call, and you will feel so good, especially when you get to double your donation.
I love that. You know, they fielded over 65,000 inquiries, medical inquiries at CHIO. That's why they need so much help, and you're the one to do it, especially right now when you can double it.
There you go. Jeff Hopper from Move 100, thank you so much for helping me out here.
Thank you, Rosie. It's been fun.
All right, and join us Saturday, June the 6th at 4 p.m. for the CHIO Telethon. We'll see you there.
Ready to grow your green thumb this season? Join us every Friday as we plant the seeds for gardening success with local experts.
Good to Grow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, Fridays. Brought to you in part by Robert Plant Greenhouses.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Good morning. Come on in. We're really glad you could start your day with us. Happy Friday. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Melissa Lamb, and Will is live on location today for the CFRA Thank You CHIO breakfast. So we'll be catching up with him throughout the show and, of course, getting details on the telethon happening tomorrow. So very exciting times here for us at CTV.
Looking forward to that. First off, we're going to get started with today's top stories. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. This happened in Stittsville at an apartment building near Abbott Street. Police say the child fell from the 4th floor and is in hospital in critical condition. Police also say this is the 3rd incident involving young children falling from high rises in the last month. In late April, a 4-year-old boy died after falling from an apartment window in Sandy Hill. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness called cryptosporidiosis. Southeast Public Health says it's investigating 114 confirmed cases in the Kingston area as they work to determine the source of the outbreak. Officials say the virus can spread when people eat food or drink water contaminated with the parasite. It can also spread from person to person through contact with infected feces from people or animals. Symptoms can include diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and fatigue. Health officials are reminding people to wash their hands frequently and stay home if they are sick. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames, killed a horse and several chickens in the city's rural South End. Fire crews were called out to 8th Line Road south of Metcalfe yesterday morning, where they found 3 barns up in flames. While managing such a large fire, crews also had to navigate down live hydro wires, collapsing structures and fuel tanks beside the barns. During the 2 hours it took firefighters to get the scene under control, there was also concern of the fire spreading, given the current dry conditions of the area.
One thing we worry about are the embers that can catch fire when they're wind-driven and move to other places that are dry. This happened at this fire, so many hay piles caught on fire and brush piles. We brought in a brush truck and extinguished those fires, but the conditions in Ottawa right now are dry, so people need to be mindful that those embers could hit a spot that's dry.
No civilians or firefighters were hurt. Crews also managed to prevent the fire from spreading to a home nearby on the property.
The 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off in a week, and we're getting a look inside the Toronto Stadium.
It's like getting ready for the first day of school. We've worked many years on this, and being able to invite people down, kind of open up behind the curtain of all the hard work of hundreds or thousands of people to get this venue ready to go. We're excited of what we're 8 days away, so we can't wait.
Organizers held a tour Thursday morning. All that's left to do are the final touches. One of the biggest upgrades, the bleachers. Capacity has been increased to nearly 45,000.
6 World Cup games will be played there. The first next Friday when Canada faces Bosnia-Herzegovina. Exciting time.
Get ready.
Oh my goodness, a week away. It's hard to believe it. I'm sure a lot of people have the countdown on because I feel like we've just been getting excited for this for so long now. So the wait is almost finally over.
Those ticket holders.
Oh.
I know that they paid a pretty penny for their tickets. Must be over the moon excited.
And I even think of the people who, tried to volunteer, maybe gone on and are going to be volunteering. And it's going to be FIFA fandemonium in Toronto area and elsewhere. Our forecast today, it's going to be a hot one if you're planning on heading outside. We're going to see warm temperatures into the afternoon and very hot conditions today. A little bit wet and cooler as we head into the weekend forecast. Temps right now sitting at 16 degrees here in the city, 18 along Cornwall, 16 in Cornwall, 18 along Montreal, 16 as well in the Valley, 15 in Kingston currently. So in our skies, lots of sunshine this morning. We will continue to see that sun in through the afternoon. 31 is the high for today, so a hot and sticky day. Tomorrow, chance of scattered showers early in the morning. Some spotty showers, so still some breaks from all the rain as we head into Saturday, but risk of strong thunderstorms from 4 till 8 p.m. So keep that in mind. We could see some strong thunderstorms tomorrow in the late afternoon, early evening. It will clear up late in the afternoon on Sunday. So kids heading off to school today. Some kids have a PD day. It will be a warm one. Temperatures in the mid-20s for lunch hour recess today. And that sunshine just shining all morning long, all afternoon long as well. It will start to see an increase of cloudiness later on this afternoon around 4 or 5 p.m. 31 degrees is the high for today, so still well above where we should be sitting this time of the year. 30 as well in Kingston, Kemptville, out in the valley sitting at 28 into the afternoon. Could see some scattered showers today. 28 as well in Kittigan, DB. Over the next 5 days, it will get quite hot, especially next week. 31 for today, 18 is the low. Not so bad into the weekend, still above seasonal, but a little bit cooler compared to where we've been sitting throughout this week. As we head into next week, Monday, Tuesday, lots of sunshine. On your drive in this morning, roads have been looking pretty good. If you are heading anywhere on the roads this hour, there is a collision still Hawthorne Road right around the intersection of Stephen H. Drive. There's also delays now eastbound 417 between Richmond and Woodruff. Westbound, we're seeing delays Woodruff and Pinecrest. We're also hearing reports that the 417 right lane has a closure due to a disabled vehicle at Rochester Street. Delays on Hunt Club this morning around Greenbank and Michael Shefflin Bridge.
Traffic brought to you by Presler Injury Lawyers. 1-800-JUSTICE.
It's Friday, and that means new movies in theaters and streaming at home. This guy right here, Matt Demers, Mr. Hollywood, is here to tell us what we can check out. And, of course, he brought another toy.
Yeah. Well, listen, I bring you Skeletor's head in honor of Masters of the Universe.
Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything changed since you left.
It's all gone.
So how was it?
I'm telling you, this was a colorful blast of nostalgic action. You're seeing some of it there. It's delivering just the right amount of camp. And I laughed, on purpose, by the way, more than I thought I would, because they have fun with this. They don't take it too seriously, but they do when it needs to be. But I had a great time with the cast, with the action. This was a surprise, a favorite of mine this summer, big blockbuster. And, you know, I brought some popcorn.
Of course.
In Skeletor's head, just for you.
I love the popcorn holders, right? You've got Grogu, now you got Skeletor.
Right. I got quite the collection.
You got a serious collection.
I got quite the collection at home, yeah.
Okay, you got the collection of popcorn holders, but you got a collection of movies. What's the next one?
The next one's a comedy called Scary Movie. We beg.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday.
I have been preparing for this for years. Hello, Mother.
This is such a franchise. It's a money-making franchise, the Wayans brothers.
That's right, number 6, and they brought the Wayans brothers back. They did the first 2, and I was happy about that. You know, listen, as advertised, crude, relentless, you know, they're going to go there. And just like the other movies, they throw so much at the wall, it's fast, and not everything's going to hit. But I think if you're a fan of that franchise, you will have a good time.
I love that.
With
Popcorn
Scary Movie.
Great popcorn movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
you got one more for us?
I do. And so this one is a dramedy. It's called Power Ballad.
You don't recognize it?
Should I?
Yeah, of course, yes, you should. That's my chorus and verse. I wrote that song.
When?
What's Paul Rudd up to?
Oh, Paul Rudd. And by the way, he never ages.
No, he doesn't.
That's true what they say about him. But no, he's great here. It's him and Nick Jonas. And this movie is all about music. And, you know, someone may have taken a song and used it to get, you know, pretty big on the charts. And Paul Rudd's out for maybe, I don't want to say revenge, but he's out to prove himself. But I like this. Like I said, it's a mellow drama comedy. You'll laugh and you'll feel. But it's all about the music. And I like what it had to say about the music industry as a whole.
Mr. Hollywood, happy Pride.
Pride, yeah, that's right, absolutely. It is Pride Month, and I thought, you know, there's got to be some Pride-worthy movies to check out this June. So I put together a little list for you guys.
Let's see your list.
These are great. Will and Harper, that's Will Ferrell on this road trip with his friend who came out as transgender. Great stuff. Milk, I mean, that's
that was great.
About Harvey Milk, The Rise. Book Smart, this really casual and just positive representation here, and funny, really funny. And Moonlight, Oscar winner.
Barry Jenkins, incredible.
Emotionally powerful exploration of self-discovery. And then I love Simon, and this is all about being warm and uplifting, and the message, especially for teenagers around Pride. Those are some great movies, I think, worthy of checking out.
Top 5 Pride Month movie picks. Mr. Hollywood, Matt Demers, thank you so much.
By the power of Grayskull, it's a great weekend at the movies.
Melissa.
Well, coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, football season is back and the energy is building in the city. The Ottawa Red Blacks stop by our studios ahead of their home opener tomorrow. We'll chat with a few players coming up. And we're also heading back to Chio. Will is at the CFRA Thank You Chio breakfast. He is getting the crowd rowdy. And of course, you can call in and make your donations already this morning. And we'll have the live broadcast for you as well tomorrow afternoon from 4 till 7 p.m. So much happening here on this Friday. Here's a live look for a Centennial Glass Skycam this morning. Bright and sunny throughout your morning into your afternoon. A high of 31 for today, so a hot day ahead. Make sure you're staying hydrated and lathering on that sunscreen. We'll be right back. The Ottawa Red Blacks are set to kick off their home opener tomorrow, bringing fans together for an exciting night of CFL action. With more on the game and what fans can expect Saturday night, we're joined by CJ Rivas and Khalil Pimpleton. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
So excited to have you back. I know the wait is finally over. Fans have been waiting for this for a long time now, but June is here. Tomorrow's the big home opener. Thoughts going into tomorrow night game?
Just excited.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a long off season. We got some new faces around the building, and just really excited to get out there and showcase what we've been putting in during camp.
Yeah, and I mean, camp's looking good. The preseason was looking good. CJ, for you, this is your first time as an Ottawa Red Black.
Yes,
you came from Saskatchewan. You won that Grey Cup last year. What mentality are you bringing from last year's big win into the organization this year?
I think just a team atmosphere, a family atmosphere, competition and practice, competing. It's crazy because me and Pimp talk a lot in the offseason as well. So we always chop it up and kind of like push each other, like that. So it's fun that we're here now and get to do that every single day. So it's such a blessing to be here,
So were you guys friends before you became teammates?
Yes.
It's a long story, but he was in college at Virginia Tech. I started off at Virginia Tech my freshman year, and he was there the year before, and so we got a lot of mutual friends, and so it's really cool to just see that whole moment come back full circle and just be here together today.
That's amazing. So this is going to be a special year for the both of you.
Absolutely.
And were you kind of enticing him in the offseason, like, hey, you want to be an Ottawa Red Black? This is a great city.
Like you said, you speaking in the offseason, I definitely was in his ear about it. So.
Yeah. And what do you love about the city so far?
Honestly, I'm a big park guy, so I love the parks. Canal is great. I love the food out here is amazing. I was just on Clarence Street.
Oh.
Yeah, the food is amazing. I just ate some all-you-can-eat wings last night.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah. I'm a big wing guy. So
a big wing guy. Is that your pregame meal?
Yeah, wing for sure.
Oh, it is. So we're going to have some wings on the menu tomorrow night.
Come on.
Talk about what it's like coaching under Coach DeWindy, because he's kind of known in the CFL as being an offensive genius. So as an offensive player, what's it like for you having been coached by him the last month?
Yeah, Coach DeWindy, man, he's RD. We call him RD. He's a great man. You can tell like he's a player's coach. He's done exercises with us that just shows that he's in it for the players. And just being able to be in the film room with him, the meeting room with him, and just hear how he dissects the defense and how he can portray and give it to the offense in a way that that we understand, and that we can all be on the same. It can all put us on the same page. And it's really just been fun just to be in the offense, moving around and seeing the ways that he likes to get his guys the ball.
And I hear you like to make music.
Yes, ma'am.
When you have some downtime. Are you going to add that to the playlist, the rotation playlist tomorrow?
Definitely. I try to always put a little bit of Reeve in the catalog, just to put on the aux score a little bit. But yeah, I'm big on the music. It's kind of my therapy away from the football.
Yeah.
But it's been helping me a lot for sure.
Oh, I love that. Well, we can't wait for tomorrow night. Of course, all the action begins at TD Place. And of course, what do you want the fans to know for tomorrow night? Because we may get a little bit of rain.
Right. I want y'all to know, come out still. We're going to have fun. We're going to party. We're going to turn up. It's going to be your party in the rain. If it rains, we're going to just party in the rain.
I love it. Do a little rain dance out there.
There we go.
Exactly.
There we go.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today ahead of tomorrow's big game. And of course, there are still a few tickets left. If you want to go support the Red Blacks, kickoff is at 7 p.m. This is their home opener. It's going to be a big one. It's your first look at this brand new team that we are seeing with the Red Blacks. So make sure you do and go support them all season long, and tomorrow night especially for the home opener at 7 p.m. Will is over at Chio this morning. How's it going over there, buddy?
Oh, it's so good. The breakfast is amazing. We got Bill Carroll just to my left over there, who's broadcasting live all the way until 10 a.m. Our whole squad is here. We're making sure that we have breakfast for the families and the staff for the amazing work that they do. Ziana in the green there. We're going to be hearing from her a little bit later on about her wonderful story and how CHEO can help that. And we got Zed the Clown making sure she's feeling all good for her interview. But we got the CEO and president of the CHEO Foundation, Steve Reed, joining us this morning. Good morning, my friend.
Morning, Will. Welcome to CHEO.
Oh, it's so great to be here. You know, your team does such a fantastic job each and every day. Tell me a little bit how special this is today to get together ahead of the big telethon tomorrow.
One of the best days of the year. This is so much fun for us, and I think the biggest thing is that we're getting a chance to bring the telethon activity into CHEO, let all the staff that's here enjoy a free breakfast thanks to you, and it's just a fun way to kick off the telethon.
You know, the team here does such an amazing job. You know, they deal with really difficult situations each and every day. The impact that we can have. We want those phones to be ringing today and tomorrow. Tell me about how those funds really help the people here at the hospital, but also the people that come and use the services.
Just about everything that happens here at CHEO happens because of support from the community. So when people come through the doors here at CHEO, the space they're in, the equipment that's used, the programs that are in place, all because of community support. So this weekend is huge for us.
It's so amazing. If you want to donate, 730-CHEO is the phone call. I want to ask you, Steve, what is one of the favorite things about your job? Because clearly you have a passion for what you do and you really care. So what are some of those things that you just love each and every day about it?
That's a very hard thing to answer because we do so many fun things over the course of the year, but I think it's got to be just the interaction we have with the families that we serve. And we're very lucky to have some amazing families help us tell the story of CHEO to the community. Telethon's a great example where we've got some amazing stories. We'll have more tomorrow on the live broadcast, but just to be able to meet these families and really understand how community support has helped them, it's heartwarming for us, and it reminds us why we love what we do.
It is true. And, you know, those families are going to be there tomorrow, and I can't wait for our viewers to hear some of those amazing stories. How have those stories that you've heard changed your perspective on what you guys are trying to accomplish here at the hospital?
It grounds us. I think it just reminds us that while we're out trying to raise money and doing events and making sure that we provide the resources to the clinical teams, we really see the impact of that by talking to these families. And when we hear about how a young boy, young girl has had a good experience, the family's had a good experience, or they've been treated with equipment that the community has supported, again, it's what motivates us to go out and make sure that community support is understood, appreciated, and the impact is felt.
Oh, it's so amazing. We thank you so much for what you and the whole team does. That's a little bit of why we have the CFRA Thank You CHEO breakfast this morning, making sure that the families, the staff are all taken care of today. Steve, I know we'll be seeing a lot of you tomorrow, but appreciate your time.
Thank you, Will. Yep.
All right, we're getting people fed over here. You see those phones over there in the back? We want to make sure those phones keep ringing all morning long. We got Zed the Clown over here. We got so much going on here at the breakfast. We'll check in a little bit later on. We'll have a wonderful story about one particular family and what they're going through and how CHEO can help. Rosie, I'll send it back to you for now as people enjoy the wonderful breakfast.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, Will. And don't forget, you can donate right now. Go to 613-730-CHEO. Coming up next on Your Morning Ottawa, we are getting good to grow on this Friday morning with Colin Matassa from Robert Plant Greenhouses. He's going to talk about how to keep the plants happy during all this heat. There you go. Colin's coming up after the break. It is 7:51. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa.
Here are your milestone celebrations for today. We're going to start off with a happy 6th birthday. This is going out to Emma. Love from Mommy, Daddy, Juliana, Summer, Squeaky, and Sydney. We have a happy 2nd birthday to Colton. This is with love from your Mommy, Joey, Nana, Poppy, Aunt Morgan, Uncle Jacob, Uncle Matthew, and Dolly. Wishing a very happy 12th birthday to our dearest Olivia. This is with love from Uncle Vinay and Grant, Auntie Neelam, Ethan, Simone, Hayes, and Mom and Dad, and Dee. Happy 50th wedding anniversary. This is going out to Rita and Tony. We wish you many more years filled with lots of love and happiness. Enjoy your special day. This is with lots of love from all of your children and grandkids, family, and friends. What about some beautiful pictures? I love that. Happy 9th birthday to Antonio. Love from Papa, Mommy, your siblings, grandparents, and all the rest of your extended large family. Happy 4th birthday to Oriah. This is with love from Mommy, Daddy, and the rest of your family. Happy 9th birthday to our sweet girl Nyla, who is the light of our lives. Love from Mom, Dad, her grandmas and grandpas, her cousins and family in Trinidad and Jamaica who will see this, and all of her school friends and friends in our community. Enjoy your tropical birthday party. And of course, if you have a milestone celebrated with us, send your birthday announcements for kids 13 years old and younger, and for those turning 100 years or more. Wedding anniversaries as well. Those celebrating 50 years or more, all you have to do is send us an email, ottawa.milestones@ctv.ca, and we'll be sure to get your announcement on the air. Here's a live look for our Skycam this morning. It will be a hot and sticky day ahead. 31 degrees is the high into your afternoon with lots of sunshine on the way.
It's Friday, June 5th. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames.
CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa, and a familiar name has claimed the top spot.
Ottawa Central Ambulance Communication Center has received international recognition. Your Morning Ottawa continues right now. Good morning to you. Just after 8 o'clock, it is Friday. We are so glad you could start your day with us. I'm Rosie Edna.
I'm Melissa Lamb, and Will is on location this morning. He is at the CFRA Thank You Chio breakfast, so we'll be checking in with him. And something else that I love Fridays for, of course, Robert Plant greenhouses are here. We're going to be talking all things planting and some beautiful blooms in our studio this morning. So I always love when Colin brings like a full range of everything from flowers to shrubs to trees. Just so many beautiful things.
He does not hold back.
No, absolutely not.
Looking forward to that, but first off, we're going to get to today's top stories. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. This happened in Stittsville at an apartment building near Abbott Street. Police say the child fell from the 4th floor and is in hospital in critical condition. Police also say this is the 3rd incident involving young children falling from high rises in the last month. In late April, a 4-year-old boy died after falling from an apartment window in Sandy Hill. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness called cryptosporidiosis. Southeast Public Health says it's investigating 114 confirmed cases in the Kingston area as they work to determine the source of the outbreak. Officials say the virus can spread when people eat food or drink water contaminated with the parasite. It can also spread from person to person through contact with infected feces from people or animals. Symptoms include diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and fatigue. Health officials are reminding people to wash their hands frequently and stay home if they are sick. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames, killed a horse and several chickens in the city's rural south end. Fire crews were called out to 8th Line Road south of Metcalfe yesterday morning, where they found 3 barns up in flames. While managing such a large fire, crews also had to navigate downed live hydro wires, collapsing structures and fuel tanks beside the barns. During the 2 hours it took firefighters to get the scene under control, there was also concern of the fire spreading, given the current dry conditions of the area.
One thing we worry about are the embers that can catch fire when they're wind-driven and move to other places that are dry. This happened at this fire, so many hay piles caught on fire and brush piles. We brought in a brush truck and extinguished those fires, but the conditions in Ottawa right now are dry, so people need to be mindful that those embers could hit a spot that's dry.
No civilians or firefighters were hurt. Crews also managed to prevent the fire from spreading to a home nearby on the property. Police are looking for witnesses after a racial slur was discovered on a mural in the downtown core. Officers were called to Rideau Street near Nelson Street on Tuesday. They found vandalism on a mural on the side of the Loblaws. The Hate and Bias Crimes Unit is leading the investigation. New data shows elevators at O train stations have broken down hundreds of times over the past 18 months. Most of them were along LRT Line 1, which saw 435 unplanned elevator outages between September 2024 and February of this year. Blair, Rideau, Lyon, and St. Laurent stations had the highest number of outages. Some of the most common causes were debris and salt, equipment failures, and issues with the doors. A project is underway to install 2 new elevators. CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa, and a familiar name has claimed the top spot. Carling Avenue was voted the worst road in the city for the 21st year in a row. Wow. The list is based on nominations from drivers, and those who drive along Carling say the results are not surprising.
It's terrible. I just live up not far from here, and the traffic doesn't matter what time of day. The roads are in bad shape, and it takes me a long time to get from how close I am to home and to anything in the West End.
I ruined my tires completely just by all the potholes, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It's consistently getting worse, I think.
Bronson Avenue claimed the number 2 spot, followed by Bank Street and Richmond Road. No Ottawa spots made the list of the top 10 worst roads in the province. Ottawa's Central Ambulance Communication Centre has received international recognition, designating it an accredited centre of excellence.
From a caller calling 911 or calling for paramedic assistance, it means that each of our call takers are following the same algorithm to make sure that we're defining the right problem and defining the right priority to send the right response to the person in need.
The designation is awarded to emergency communication centers that achieve the highest level of triage and dispatching quality assurance and clinical care. Ottawa's team needed to continuously exceed 97% compliance with call-taking protocols. Canada will play its last World Cup tune-up game tonight in Montreal against Ireland. Canada is coming into tonight's match on a 6-game unbeaten streak. Its last win was on Monday, 2-0 over Uzbekistan. There are still lingering questions about injuries. Defender Moise Bombito left Monday's game at halftime, and we're still unsure when Alphonso Davies will suit up. But we do know who will start in goal for Canada next Friday. The job will go to Maxime Crépeau.
A man in England has donated an almost divine discovery to a local charity.
Kevin Minto, a truck driver, former soldier, and amateur metal detectorist, is donating an ancient ring he found in a field in 2018. Look at that ring. The gold ring weighs about 48 grams, depicts the Roman goddess Victory on a chariot, and dates back to ancient times.
It will soon be on display at the Museum of Somerset.
What an incredible find.
Absolutely. And now I want to know the story of the ring, right? And how it disappeared and who owned it. And too bad we couldn't find that out. That'd be cool.
I'm sure there's a ring appraiser that can't wait to get their hands on that and go, yeah, this is worth
a lot of money.
It's priceless.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm glad that it's safe at home in a museum now that everybody else can go and take a little peek at it. Our forecast today, we're going to see lots of sunshine, and it will be quite hot into the afternoon. So the beautiful weather we've seen all week long will continue for your Friday. A high of 31 later on this afternoon. So we're almost 10 degrees above where we should be sitting for this time of the year. The sun will set 8:46 p.m. tonight. Temps right now 18 degrees for us here in Ottawa, 19 in Montreal, 17 along Cornwall as well as in Brockville. So we are warming up. We were sitting at 15 and we're already sitting at 18 this hour. We We are expecting sunshine throughout your day ahead. This is tomorrow where we are expecting some spotty showers. So starting overnight tonight, kind of off and on throughout your Saturday morning, we will see these spotty showers. But then late in the afternoon from 4 till 8, there is a risk that we could see thunderstorms, some strong thunderstorms. So keep that in mind. It will continue and clear up around 9 p.m. But then still some spotty showers possible overnight Saturday and in through your early hours on Sunday. Highs of 31 for us here in Ottawa today. So quite hot and sticky in the city. 30 over in Cornwall as well as in Kemptville, 28 for Brockville and out in the valley today, 30 as well in Gatineau, 25 over in Mont-Tremblant. So tomorrow temperatures a little bit cooler Saturday and through Sunday, back into the mid-20s. However, still way above seasonal, about 5 degrees above seasonal in through Sunday. Risk of those strong thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon between 4 and 8. Some spotty showers in through the weekend. The sunshine is back on Monday with a high of 26. Trouble spots right now on your roads. There's a collision 417 westbound between Breeze Hill and Bayswater. It is causing backups this hour. There's also delays 417 eastbound between the 416 split and the Transit Way. Westbound delays between Maitland and Pinecrest. The 174 has delays between Jeanne d'Arc and the Parkway. We're also getting reports that the westbound 417 right lane closure due to a disabled vehicle at Rochester. Rosie.
Thank you so much, Melissa. It is now time for Good to Grow. Robert Plant Greenhouses and the one and only, the master plantsman. We've got Colin Matassa here to talk about how to take care of the plants, the flowers, during all this heat too. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning. And June is actually perennial month, so it's a great time to start thinking about your gardens. You can plant additional perennials. We have the best selection in town, so whether you're looking for stuff for shade, for sun, we've got an absolutely incredible selection.
So you got perennials, which means you plant them, they bloom, they do their thing, and they go to sleep in the winter, and then they come back.
Exactly.
So
and one of the
wonderful.
most popular questions we get is, what perennials can I plant in the shade? So if you have very shady areas, one of the classics is the hosta. Hosta, you've probably heard that name before. It's a classic plant. It's extremely reliable. It comes back every single year. And there is lots of different varieties. Some say miniature, and some can get really big and massive. There's so many different varieties, really interesting leaves as well. Very hardy. There's some that even get 5-6 feet tall if you have a big space to fill. Now another one that is great for providing color is the coral bells. This one here has dark burgundy leaves. They come in a range of colors: lime green leaves, caramel colored leaves.
That's nice.
They do little flower spikes in the spring times too, so that's another great one. And one of my favorites is the astilbe over here. Very interesting leaves. It blooms these beautiful spikes of airy flowers, and it comes in different colors like reds, pinks, and whites as well.
I like these little...
Yeah, they're just about to bloom now. They're going to open up in the next week or so.
Loving all the color that you're presenting.
And another one that's super popular is this one here. The dicentra. So this is like little bell-shaped flowers, great for shade as well.
That's good.
Now, the second most popular question we get is, what perennials will attract bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, pollinators to your garden? So I brought a few here to show you. One of the classics is the coneflower. This is a native plant, extremely reliable. Blooms all summer from spring to fall. This is the classic pink here, but it comes in orange, whites, yellows, a range of other colors as well.
I didn't know it was native to Canada.
Yeah, the purple variety is native. All these others are nativars, so just different varieties of them, but they're extremely tough.
This baby right here?
That's one of my favorites too. It's called a scabiosa, or the pincushion flower. It's another one that blooms such a long time, from now until fall. Great for butterflies. They absolutely love it, for sure.
It'll call in the butterflies, pollinators. Okay, and we're moving down here.
Rose bush is always a classic. You can't go wrong. It blooms for most of the summer as well. And these guys that I have here, this is salvia or sage. We've got pink, white, even a beautiful purple one on the end there too. And this is another one where it blooms earlier in the summer, and then if you trim it, it will keep on blooming again later. And the key for the pollinators is you want to have stuff in bloom in your garden at different times. So have stuff that blooms in the spring, in the summer, in the fall. That way you attract them all throughout the seasons.
Okay, so what if you notice during these hot summer months, maybe we don't get a lot of rain and some of the flowers or plants might be wilting? What do we do? I know it could be a couple of things, but...
Lots of water in the dry spells, especially last summer was a brutally hot summer. If it's stuff that's newly planted, you're going to want to make sure that you water it a lot in the first year that you to plant them, especially during those dry spells. But normally, once they're established in your garden, they won't need much watering after that.
They should be settled.
Yes.
That's okay. And then what if you have a balcony and you just love flowers and like you keep it in this pot here? Can you do that?
A lot of them you could keep in pots over the summer if you just want to enjoy their blooms for the summertime. That's no problem at all.
Colin Matassa, Robert Plant Greenhouses, we just thank you so much for coming in. It's such a thrill to have you in here and
Thank
pick
you
your
very
brain.
much for having me.
Have a great weekend. Thank you so much,
You
Colin.
as well.
RobertPlantGreenhouses.com if you want any more information. 8:14, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's going to be a scorcher today. We're expecting a high of 31 degrees. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa. We'll be right back after this short break. Good morning, Ottawa.
The Summer Solstice Indigenous Festival is fast approaching, and there are some new and exciting things to share. With the details, we have Trina Samard, and we also have DJ White. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, it's happening on the 20th of June.
It is.
Give us all the details on what's new and exciting this year.
Yeah, so many of the favorites from the audience are returning. We have our competition powwow, family fun zone, culinary events, 75 Indigenous makers, arts, craft, and food, the Ojibwe spirit horses. So lots returning, but we have many new items as well. One being it is 150 years of the Indian Act this year, and we have a new educational but really interactive, immersive pavilion that families can enjoy. And we have added a smoke dance competition as well.
Can you tell us more about the smoke dance competition?
The smoke dance comes from the Akwesasne Mohawk territory and the Haudenosaunee people in general. It's known to be a dance of the people of the Longhorns, which I'm from Akwesasne. And I'm really honored to show it this year. I've been dancing for many years in Ottawa and across the powwow circuit, and this is the first time ever that a smoke dance competition is going to take place here in Ottawa.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible.
Yes.
There's also some prize money up for grabs too.
There is. Our competition powwow draws some of the best drums and dancers from all across North America because there's $100,000 in prize money. So it's a great competition to watch.
And it's happening June 20th. Can you give us the details on when and where and how people can take part?
Yeah, so we're at Wesley Clover Parks, which allows a lot of expansive parking and lots of room for everybody. So we're at Wesley Clover Parks June 20th and 21st. And it is free for everyone to attend.
Okay, absolutely amazing. And opening night? Big things planned?
We open on the Saturday morning. So Saturday's the big day. Yes.
Saturday's the big day that you want to be there. And you're going to perform for us today. Can you tell us a little bit about the performance?
Well, I'm going to show you two songs today. This is some of the most recognized songs and dances that you see in the smoke dance contest. So the first song that I'd like to show is called the Old Time War Dance. It's somewhat slower. This dance has been known with my people to do this for, time immemorial. And we've done this as a form of dance praying to give thanks for our health and to bring us good luck. So whenever we would travel, go on different hunting parties or anything like that, this song would be performed first and bring us home safely. The second song I'll show you is what's known as the fast style smoke dance, and that's what you'll be seeing at Solstice, and you'll be seeing both of these songs in unison across competition.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we'll let you take it away. Wow. Thank you so much for that wonderful performance. And again, just give us the details. We'll let you catch your breath and give us the details on where people can go for more information.
Yeah, so they can go see us at summersolsticefestivals.ca and come. Everybody's welcome to join us on the weekend of the celebration.
Wonderful. Thanks again for joining us today.
Thanks, Miigwech.
Here's a live look at George Street this morning. It's going to be a hot and sunny one this afternoon, a high of 31 degrees later on today.
Welcome back, everybody, here live at CHEO for the CFRA. Thank you, CHEO Breakfast. We got the phone crew over there. How we feeling? We want to make sure that those phones are ringing all day long, continuing for tomorrow when the CHEO Telethon is there. We got Bill Carroll broadcasting live from 6 till 10 a.m., having powerful interviews all morning long.
Will, we're trying to work over here. Could you keep it down?
You hear that? Keep it down is really not my specialty, so I'm maybe not going to listen to Bill just today. We also got Zed the Clown over here, and Zed, you've got a couple of different items with you, but there's a little bit of a game with this as well.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out, is this a cow, a sheep, or a goat?
I've never been more confused in my life.
Very confusing. This one sounds more like a sheep. This one sounds more like a goat.
So it's a sheep goat?
Yeah, it could be a sheep goat. New genetic idea. High five.
There we go. We got Zed the Clown working as well. So throughout the morning, 730 CHEO. If you want to dial in and you want to make sure that we're helping to make such a wonderful cause come true, we've got the whole crew here, and CFRA is making sure that if you take a peek over there, we've got a whole breakfast set up. A huge thank you to all the CHEO staff, to all the families that are coming in this morning. You know, they deal with such difficult situations each and every day, and we wanted to do what we could to just make their day a little bit easier. And coming up shortly, we're going to be speaking with a wonderful family about what they're going through and some amazing technology that the doctors are working with at this point. We're having some fun this morning. Just a small taste of what you can expect for the CHEO Telethon tomorrow. Rosie, back to you. Bill said I got to be quiet. So.
But I tell you what, though, Will, he is getting the folks riled up. And even at the phone center, you can call in right now and donate. Our CHEO Telethon, the 41st annual campaign, has already begun. Go to 613-730-CHEO. Coming up, Jason Lauren from Essence Catering walks us through some of his favorite barbecue recipes. He joins us from the Capitol Barbecue patio this morning. There he is. Oh, he's got the meat on the Barbie. Here's a live look through our sky cam. That is just gorgeous. So is this shot as well. The Alexandra Bridge, a little hazy out there. It's going to be hot. 31, our forecast high. 8:27. We'll be right back. Good morning, Ottawa. Good morning to you, 8:30 on the nose. Welcome. I'm Rosie Edda.
I'm Melissa Lamb, and of course, Will is on location at CHEO this morning for the CFRA Thank You CHEO breakfast, so we'll be catching up with him in a few minutes. We're also going to be grilling up some delicious items as well in the barbecue, so I can't wait for that because we have some delicious menu items and some tips if you're going to be grilling at home this weekend.
And something tells me people will be doing a lot of grilling this weekend. I know that there might be a little bit of rain, but at least today anyway. Gorgeous start to the weekend. We'll get to that and more, but right now we're going to start off with today's top stories. Ottawa police are reminding residents about window and balcony safety after a young child fell from a balcony on Wednesday. This happened in Stittsville at an apartment building near Abbott Street. Police say the child fell from the 4th floor and is in hospital in critical condition. Police also say this is the 3rd incident involving young children falling from high rises in the last month. In late April, a 4-year-old boy died after falling from an apartment window in Sandy Hill. A public health warning in Kingston after more than 100 people became sick from a parasite linked to a stomach illness called cryptosporidiosis. Southeast Public Health says it's investigating 114 confirmed cases in the Kingston area as they work to determine the source of the outbreak. Officials say the virus can spread when people eat food or drink water contaminated with the parasite. It can also spread from person to person through contact with infected feces from people or animals. Symptoms can include diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, and fatigue. Health officials are reminding people to wash their hands frequently and stay home if they are sick. A fire is under investigation after multiple structures went up in flames, killed a horse and several chickens in the city's rural South End. Fire crews were called out to 8th Line Road south of Metcalfe yesterday morning, where they found 3 barns up in flames. While managing such a large fire, crews also had to navigate downed live hydro wires, collapsing structures, and fuel tanks beside the barns. During the 2 hours it took firefighters to get the scene under control, there was also concern of the fire spreading, given the current dry conditions of the area.
One thing we worry about are the embers that can catch fire when they're wind-driven and move to other places that are dry. This happened at this fire, so many hay piles caught on fire and brush piles. We brought in a brush truck and extinguished those fires, but the conditions in Ottawa right now are dry, so people need to be mindful that those embers could hit a spot that's dry.
No civilians or firefighters were hurt. Crews also managed to prevent the fire from spreading to a home nearby on the property. Police are looking for witnesses after a racial slur was discovered on a mural in downtown. The officers were called to Rideau Street near Nelson Street on Tuesday. They found vandalism on a mural on the side of the Loblaws. The Hate and Bias Crimes Unit is leading the investigation. New data shows elevators at O-Train stations have broken down hundreds of times over the past 18 months. Most of them were along LRT Line 1, which saw 435 unplanned elevator outages between September 2024 and February of this year. Blair, Rideau, Lyon, and St. Laurent stations had the highest number of outages. Some of the most common causes were debris and salt, equipment failures, and issues with the doors. A project is underway to install 2 new elevators. CAA has released its annual list of the worst roads in Ottawa, and a familiar name has claimed the top spot. Carling Avenue was voted the worst road in the city for the 21st year in a row. The list is based on nominations from drivers, and those who drive along Carling say the results are not surprising.
It's terrible. I just live up not far from here, and the traffic doesn't matter what time of day. The roads are in bad shape, and it takes me a long time to get from how close I am to home and to anything in the West End.
I've ruined my tires completely just by all the potholes, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It's consistently getting worse, I think.
Bronson Avenue claimed the number 2 spot, followed by Bank Street and Richmond Road. No Ottawa spots made the list of the top 10 worst roads in the province. Ottawa's Central Ambulance Communications Centre has received international recognition. It has been designated an accredited Centre of Excellence.
From a caller calling 911 or calling for paramedic assistance, it means that each of our call takers are following the same algorithm to make sure that we're defining the right problem and defining the right priority to send the right response to the person in need.
The designation is awarded to emergency communication centers that achieve the highest level of triage and dispatching, quality assurance, and clinical care. Ottawa's team needed to continuously exceed 97% compliance with call-taking protocols.
And the Stanley Cup final is still going on, but maybe underwater hockey is something a little more appropriate for this time of the year.
This is one of the most intense, physically demanding sports you can get, mainly because not only do you train like an Olympic athlete, but you hold your breath while you're doing it.
No kidding. One of the places underwater hockey is most popular is the UAE. They are hoping to have a great showing at this year's World Championships being held in Indonesia this summer.
The sport was first developed in the 1950s in the UK and seems to be surprisingly growing in popularity elsewhere. Look at that. So I want to know, in hockey, there are fights. Are there underwater fights? Because that would be hard to throw a punch underwater. Or, there's also body checking in hockey against the board. So do you body check against the pool?
Something tells me the water would add a bit of a buffer. I just think of the athleticism involved and the cardiovascular strength.
Cardio.
So like you're exercising, the muscles are screaming for oxygen because you're out there playing, but you're holding your breath.
It may be good for someone who likes the concept of hockey, but not the roughness of the sport. Underwater may be a little less intense in that terms. Our forecast today, it will be a good one to cool off in some water because it will be hot into the afternoon. A few clouds out there this morning, but sunny and hot later on today. And unfortunately, a little bit wet and cooler into the weekend, but still very warm in through Saturday, Sunday. We're sitting at 18 degrees here in Ottawa, same within the valley. 19 now in Montreal, 17 along the Seaway. So hot already to start off your Friday. Nice and sunny until the late part of your afternoon. A chance of scattered showers late this evening into your overnight. Spotty showers tomorrow morning. Some breaks from the rain, but then between 4 and 8 p.m. there is a risk of really strong thunderstorms on the way. So keep that in mind if you have some outdoor plans this weekend. It could be a little bit wet and we could see those thunderstorms late tomorrow afternoon into your evening. 31 for today, so hot and sticky. 30 in Kemptville, Cornwall today. 28 in Brockville as well as in the Valley. 25 over in Mont-Tremblant. Into your weekend forecast, temps in those mid-20s. Again, thunderstorms possible tomorrow, so keep that in mind if you're heading anywhere. As we head into next week, hot and sunny, especially Monday and Tuesday, then temps in the 30s from Tuesday in through Thursday. We do have a collision on the westbound 417 between Breeze Hill and Bayswater. It is causing backups this morning. We're also seeing delays eastbound 417 between the 416 split and the Transitway. Westbound, we're seeing delays between Maitland and Pinecrest. 174 minor delays between Jeanne d'Arc and the Parkway. Also getting reports the westbound 417 has a right lane closure due to a disabled vehicle at Rochester Street. There are some delays on Hunt Club near the intersections with Greenbank and Woodruff. And now we are going to head back over to Will, who is live from the CFRA Thank You, Chio breakfast.
Hi, everybody. All right, this is going to be our final stop here at CHIO. We have a wonderful family that we're going to be highlighting. Dr. McCormick, I want to talk to you first because technology has come so far, especially in this field. So what do you have right now and how does this work?
So this is a headset from a brain-computer interface device. And you're right, technology is enabling children like never before, whether it be robotics, AI, and this brain-computer interface. What it does, it reads the electrical messages from the brain, and with computer help, it turns it into an activity, a switch-based activity, like turning on a light or playing computer games, and in the future, we hope that it will really enable things never before thought possible.
And it's amazing. When you look at a situation like Hudson, how has this helped him? Because it is amazing.
It is, and I know that they're going to be showing some video on how he has utilized it in the past. It's not only where it is, but it's where it can go. It can help turn on lights, turn on TV, turn on video games, and allow children to play with their siblings, like move cars, play cars, and race them. Just participate and do things that, again, never thought before possible.
It's so amazing. Okay, so Hudson, first I got to ask you, there's a breakfast over there. McMuffin or crepes?
Crepes.
Oh, we're going with the crepes, and you know what? They look pretty good. You know, we were just talking about that technology. How has that helped you?
It really helped me play video games. And I hope it helps other children.
It's amazing, and you know what? It is going to help so many people. Remember, we got to go to our relaxed point. Okay, we go relax. Oh, because now we come over to the mom. Lauren, can you talk about just the response with CHIO and that relationship that you have with the CHIO family?
CHIO has been amazing to us. Hudson has participated in CHIO preschool as well as the CHIO school, and they call on us whenever they need help with projects or interventions, and Hudson is happy to participate at any time to help improve other children who need help in the future. And if we can be part of that experience, we'd be happy to help.
It's so amazing, you know, in today's day, we're trying to get people to call in to raise funds. We have our CHEO telethon tomorrow. How is those funds, you know, speaking from a family member that has to go through challenges each and every day, how does funds like that and community support really help a family like yours?
It helps us immensely. Just the smallest things that we take for granted, even opening a bottle of water or holding a bottle of water, small things like this that I can do to help Hudson, and we can have help and funds in other places that can pick up the support, would be immensely helpful.
It's so amazing, right? And, you know, Dr. McCormick, we talked about at the end of the day, you know, we always like to do what we can to help all of our families. Can you talk about what it's been like quickly about working with this family?
So it's inspirational. I can tell you that Hudson is just an advocate for other children and for other families, and he really has a vision of how technology is going to change the conversation.
It's so amazing. Okay, so Hudson, what do you think? Crepe time?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, it is crepe time. That actually does it for me here at the CHEO Hospital. I'll be here live tomorrow for the CHEO telethon. Make sure that you tune in. But you know what? Melissa, I think I can smell the barbecue from here. What's going on over there? It smells good.
So good. And don't worry, Will, I'll save you some because we are back here on our Capital Barbecue patio this morning. I'm joined with Jason Lauren from Essence Catering. Good morning to you.
Morning. How are you?
Okay, we were saying that you could smell the Essence throughout the Byward Market.
Oh,
it
good
smells
one.
so good. Tell us a little bit about Essence Catering.
So Essence is in its 20th year this year. Yeah, it's been around a while. We still do the same parties we've always done, small events to large events, food focused always, high emphasis on high quality service.
Okay.
And then of course in the summers we bring out this
I love it.
Church Smokehouse. Yeah.
Church Smokehouse. So tell us about Church Smokehouse because I'm seeing some delicious barbecue items here this morning. What do you got for us?
I was a chef in Texas for a while, and so I brought Texas barbecue back to Ottawa.
Delicious.
So here we have a smoked brisket that smokes for about 18, 19 hours.
Oh,
I have
my
smoked
goodness.
back ribs. I have obviously mac and cheese, which goes with barbecue all the time.
And their own little cast iron pan.
Yeah, those are fun, aren't they?
So cute.
And then this would be indicative of a dish that we would have with Essence, but it's a great barbecue dish. So it's grilled shishito peppers and peaches with induja spiked labneh and crumbled cotija cheese. So definite yumminess going on there. And then if you open this thing up.
Okay, let's open it. I know this door is very heavy.
Oh, let me help you here. There we go.
Okay,
and then
tell us
over
what we have on
here
our grill.
we have our pork belly burnt ends. I mean, those are meat candy.
Delicious.
Yeah. And then over there, I mean, brisket is the king of barbecue, but I always say when I need to impress people, it's pretty hard to beat a smoked plate rib.
A smoked plate
so
rib.
let's take this off and see what this looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna go right where you're standing.
Okay, I'll let you chop that up for me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be conscious of my high heels on the patio.
Yeah, I don't want you going through those gaps.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's get.
I didn't wear the right footwear for today.
Proper footwear is so important, I'm told.
And I noticed that you're hardly even having any force to cut through
no, you shouldn't have to do anything for this to fall apart. So this is kind of an obnoxiously huge piece of meat. If we were to drop that on a plate, it's literally enough for 2 to 3 people.
Absolutely.
So we sell plate ribs at Essence, but I only sell the whole plate rib. These are expensive. I can't afford to keep them on hand.
Right, I bet. And what kind of seasoning and sauces do you put on top?
So Texas barbecue is salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, that's it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And it gives it that nice coloring as well?
So the color is the smoke. So this smoked for about 8 hours on our smoker at work. And then we just finished it off in the grill here this morning.
Can you cut me a tiny little sliver so I can give it a taste?
Here, let me cut it over here.
And what part do you recommend trying?
Like right here.
That's the good part?
There you go.
All right.
It's kind of a big piece. Let me cut it a little smaller.
TV bites, we call them.
Yeah, there you go.
Just
It's
nice
a little
and mini.
hot.
Okay, it's a little hot because it just came off the grill. Okay.
Should be pretty tasty though. It's tasty.
Wow. So good.
That's summer.
That is summer.
Huh.
I could eat that whole thing. No, I couldn't.
No, that's a
I'd
lot.
like to try. It is
That's
a lot.
a lot, yeah.
How can people get a hold of you for summer parties or catering?
So the best way to find us is essencecatering.ca online. I always suggest people check out our Instagram feed to get a sense of what it is we do. That's Essence Catering CA with no dot.
Okay.
And then you can find Church Smokehouse through our website, through essencecatering.ca.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely incredible. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. Do you have a last-minute tip for anybody trying to grill this weekend?
Yeah, the average person doesn't put enough seasoning on their meat.
Okay.
That's a big one. So if you think about half of the seasoning you put on something falls off in your grill in the first flipping,
Right.
season more.
Season more.
And then if you have a barbecue like this one, a grill like this, don't have the whole thing maxed out from one side to the other.
Okay.
Keep one side cooler than the other side so you have an area to hold things as opposed to everything being maxed out.
So there's your grilling tips for this weekend.
That's Jason's grilling tips for today.
Don't be shy on the seasoning. I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And again, you can head online to their website or Instagram page if you would like to book them for your party this weekend. And if you have an idea for us, please let us know. We would love to hear from you. Send us your chef ideas or maybe a restaurant or barbecue segment. You can reach us ottawa.morning@ctv.ca.
Welcome back. Lifestyle expert Taylor Kay is here to celebrate summer with some exquisite white wines, all coming from Spain. Where's Taylor? We got to talk about the gorgeous selection of wine that you have. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Well, you know, Rosie, I like to celebrate anything. And today I was online. I'm like, it's World Verdejo Day. Let's celebrate some white wine from Spain, right?
I think that is a fabulous idea. There's something about white wine, right? It's crisp, it's fresh. Now, I'm wondering about the white wine from Spain. What do you got for us?
So this is from the designation of origin Reda wine region, and it's located just northwest of Madrid, and it's home to about 79 wineries. It's actually Spain's #1 white wine region. Now, I've got friends who are like, well, isn't Spain known for red? Yes, they've got the Rioja, but Reda dominates the white wine category with almost 45% of the market share in Spain. And Rosie, what makes it so special is the Verdejo grape. It's an indigenous grape. It's been grown there for 1,000 years. It's the OG of grapes. So again, like you said, it's fresh, it's vibrant. It's citrus, tropical fruit, wild herbs, fennel with those notes, and refreshing acidity.
Okay, you've got 4 wines here that you sent over. Thank you very much. We got to talk about each one of them. I'm just really excited about this, especially when you describe that they've been growing there in Spain for 1,000 years. It must be exquisite taste. So what's the first one that you want to talk about, Taylor?
So let's talk about the first one here. This is the Bodega Cuatro Reyes, and the Cuatro Reyes 40 Vendimias. It's a mouthful, but it's good. It's at the LCBO. It dates back to 1935, and it's made up of more than 300 vine growers, including vineyards that are over 120 years old. And some of the wines here, I will say 40% of the wineries in Reda feature female winemakers. 2 of the wines that we're showcased are made by women. So this is the first one here, the Cuatra. And the next one is the Bodega Erzma, and it's their Adra Verdejo. And all of these wines are available either at the LCBO or SAQ, which I'm going to tell you exactly where. But this one is also, it's at a wine agent. So it's available through the Northern Wine Merchant online. The next wine we have is the Bodega Land, which practices sustainable viticulture in the Reda region. And this wine is available at the LCBO and SAQ. And our last wine is the Bodega Protos and their Protos Cuevo Verdejo. It's available at the SAQ. And Protos is known for incredible attention to quality and sustainability. So if that's what you're looking for, something like that, really some great wines. And I will tell you, Rosie, if you want to know how if the wines, are they officially from Reda? The easiest way to do that is to check at the back of the label. They've got an official green DO Reda seal. So whether you're at the LCBO or SAQ, that stamp guarantees that the wine is authentically from the Reda region and meets the strict quality standards of the appellation. So if you see the green label, you know you're getting a true Reda.
I love you walking us through all these gorgeous white wines from Spain. And thank you for the instructions, too, on how to spot the authentic stuff. Taylor, it's been a minute. I'm so glad you're on. It's great to see you. And thank you again. And happy start to summer.
That's right. Cheers. I'll fill this up after the break. Well, later on.
There you go. Taylor, thank you so much. Let's take a live look right now. There's a look at our Skycam on George Street. It's going to be a hot one today. So if you like it hot, temperatures over 30 degrees, you're going to love today. 8:54. We are back to wrap up the show. You're watching Your Morning Ottawa.
And of course, it is a very big weekend for us all here at CTV as we have the CHEO Telethon happening tomorrow from 4 till 7 p.m. You can tune in to watch all of the action right here in our studio. We're going to have so many great conversations, so many stories from family and kids using the services right here in our city.
It's going to be a special day, and you can donate right now and during the telethon, 613-730-CHEO. And that is happening all day long, today into tomorrow as well. Really special, the fact that it just services so many people in the community.
It absolutely does.
We are so glad that you joined us this morning. We'll see you at the telethon tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock. Take good care and have a great weekend.